It's okay. Now, again, some of you are going to do very well with this very quickly. Some of you are going to struggle a little more than others. Be patient with each other, as some people take a little more time. Now, we're going to start balancing reactions today. Some of you may have learned how to do very easy ones in middle school. Some of you may have, for example, Baden had a very simplified explanation in physical science. We usually run out of time, and I teach them how to balance by elimination in multiple choice questions because we're so crunched for time by the time we get there. Now, this will all be free response. There will be no multiple choice how to balance. So you have to be able to do this outright on the test, okay? So the ones that we talked about yesterday with FE, we're not going to do that one. We're going to do a different one. So let's say that we have SbCl5 plus F2 becomes SbF5 plus Cl2. Why that road is black? Let's put that there. Now, most of the equations will not have lines drawn anywhere in them. I'm going to draw lines today only for the purposes of teaching. Okay? Now, the only places you can put coefficients are at the very beginning of the compounds. They go at the front of the compound. Okay? The very beginning. We never put anything in the middle of a compound. So, for example, if we need something to be in front of this chlorine, can I put something right here in front of this chlorine? No, we cannot. If I want something to be in front of that chlorine, the only place we can put it is where? Out here in front of the whole compound, and then the number does what? What's the word I use? It distributes to everything in the compound. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, the biggest thing that I would tell you about balancing is this trial and error. I can look at the equation and tell you which element you should start with. I'm never going to do that for you. Now, two things I would tell you is to pick one element only at a time to balance. And number two, I always tell people to pick an element that has, first of all, a subscript. And I always tell people to pick the biggest subscript. Okay? In this case, they're all 5s and 2s. So it really doesn't matter which one you pick. I would either pick chlorine or I would pick fluorine. I would never pick SB. Why would I not pick SB? What's on SB? What's on SB? So what do you already know about SB? It's already balanced. There's a 1 on this side. There's a 1 on this side. There are no subscripts on SB, so it's balanced. I wouldn't pick that element to start with. I'd pick an element that has a subscript. Like chlorine has a 5. Whoops. So it's got 5 chlorines. This chlorine has a what on it? So it's not balanced. That's why I say pick something that has a subscript, because you're going to need to balance it. Okay? So if we pick chlorine just because it's got a subscript and 5 is one of the bigger numbers. Okay? 5 chlorines, 2 chlorines. Can I get 5 chlorines here to be 5 chlorines on this side? 5 times something, 2 times something to get 5. Anything I can do there to make 5? Can I do anything over here to make 2? So what number do 2 and 5 have in common? 10. So how do I get 10 chlorines on this side? I have 5. So what am I going to put here to get 10? 2 times 5 is 10. Same concept over here. I have 2. So how am I going to get 10? I'm going to put a what? 5 times 2 makes 10. Okay? Now, from there, you can either pick a completely different element or you can look at what you did over here. You put a 2 there. you made how many SBs? You made 10 chlorines when you did it, but it distributed, right? So how many SBs did you make when you stuck that there? You made 2 SBs. So go to SB. Let's fix it since you did that. How do you get 2 SBs right there? 2. 2 times 1 is 2. So you made 2 SBs. And I don't write all this crap down. I just do it in my head. I'm just writing it down to illustrate for y'all. All right? So you made 2 SBs. How many Fs did we just make? You made 10 Fs. So that means you need how many here? You need 5, because 5 times 2 is 10. See how we counted? Now, you see how I wrote this stuff right here? I don't ever do that. I'm just doing it right now just for instructional purposes. All that is internal conversation my brain has. Okay? Questions about what we did? Yes? No? No. All right. Let's try another one.
Miss Wall, what days are you going to be here any days this week?
After school?
Yes.
I'll be here today until about 4:10. Next week. Right now, I'm here Monday, a little bit Wednesday, and Thursday. Okay. Next, if you want to get it done because you're ready and you know everything, come during lunch day. Okay? Because you're probably going to do better if you do it today, just because you know it, because we just practiced it all. What lunch you have?
Third.
Come third.
Okay.
Okay? If the door's locked, just knock on it. Miss Bowers now come let you in.
Because I have foods and we're supposed to cook today, so if I get finished, I'll come.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so again, we're going to draw the lines in. So front, 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 front. Can't be anywhere but at the front of a compound, okay? Or an element. You cannot stick them in the middles of anything. All right? Now, again, pick something that has a subscript on it. Don't pick something that doesn't.
Does it matter which one you start with? Just as well as
It's trial and error, okay? Now, I know which one I'd pick. I'm not telling you which one I'd pick, okay? It's trial and error. You tell me which one you want to start with, and we'll start with it. What do you want to start with, Tiffany? You tell me. What do you want to start with? Pick. Okay? So, how many MNs are here?
2.
So, what are we going to put here? Okay? So, we're going to put a 2 there. We made 2 MNs. 2 times 7 made how many BRs? So, how are we going to get 14 BRs? Okay? Who have not we touched? We did MN and BRs. Who have we not touched? How many O's are here? Can I get 7? So to start with MN work for us? No, because we can't get 7 O's, can we? So, crap. All right, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Ink is really not a good thing today, by the way. All right? All right, so MN didn't work. Pick something different. All right, oxygen. All right, let's try oxygen. All right, so how many O's? We on the far end.
2.
So what am I going to put here? Okay, you're going to get 14, right? So we're going to put a 2. Okay, we're not just going to write 14. We're going to get 14. So we're going to write 2. And over here, we're going to write what? 7. So that got us 14 here, because 2 times 7 is 14. And 7 times 2 is 14. So that gave us 14 on both sides, right? All right, so how many MENs did I make? Good. How do I get 4 MENs? Okay, so 4 times 7 made how many bromines? 28. How do I get 28 here? 14 times 2 is 28. Okay? Everybody with me? I told you I wouldn't write a whole lot of ink. All right, let's do one like Let's do an easy one. Let's do this one.
We gotta have 3 elements.
Huh?
You know, 3 elements. What you mean?
Shoot it.
All right. This one I put a polyatomic ion in to explain how polyatomic ions are going to work. Okay? Now, in the next one, I'm going to put multiple polyatomic ions in. But in this one, I only put one just to explain the easiest way to balance a polyatomic ion. Now, we want to balance polyatomic ions as whole units. Okay? Whole units. One thing. So, SO4, this whole thing is sulfate. We want to balance it together as one thing. So these parentheses are drawn in around the SO4, right? So on this side, I'm going to draw them in around the SO4. Now, where's the 4 at? Inside or outside the parentheses? So over here, where'd the 4 go? So outside, there's a 1. I don't actually care what is inside of the parentheses. Inside the parentheses is irrelevant, okay? Because if I balance the outside, the inside will automatically do what? It will automatically balance, okay? So I don't actually care what's inside as long as what's on the left matches what's on the right. Does that make sense? Okay. So how many of these sulfates do I have on the left?
3.
How many do I have on the right? So I need how many on the left?
3.
So I'm going to put a what in front of this one?
3.
I'm going to put a 3 there. So if I put a 3 on this side, I made 3 here, I made 3 here. They're balanced. I don't have to worry about what's inside. Okay? I don't have to count my S's. Just put it on my desk here. I don't have to count my S's. I don't have to count my O's. They're done. Now I'm off to Na. How many NAs did I make?
6.
I need how many NAs here? How many ALs are here?
2.
So what do I put here?
2.
Voila. Okay? I don't have to balance what's inside if I balance them as whole units. Does that make sense? Now, that makes it easier for us when we do questions such as oh, I don't know. What do we want to put here? Choices are endless. Let's use the one that's 3 to 2. And that would be.
Ms. Wall,
Yes.
I have Tiffany Fowler in the guidance.
Who?
Me.
Okay.
Tiffany Fowler,
Okay.
thank you.
Welcome. All right.
Did you not get called
2, 2, 3, 1. All right, we should be good. All right, that one there is going to be tough to fit on the front end. All right, but if we have an equation like this, all right, we should be able to balance these also based on using that same premise of balancing them as whole units. You're going to get better at it. All right, so pick something. All right, either CR or the ClO3, not both of them. Okay, so ClO3. So again, we're not interested in what's inside. Okay? So They match. So how many ClO3s are on this side? Okay, there's 2 of them, right? The 3 is inside. I don't care about it. There's how many on the outside? Does everybody see that? I know Jaden and Tomas are with me. Does everybody else see that? The 3 is inside. There's 3 chlorates. The 3 is on the chlorates. There's only 2 of them. 2 chlorates here. And there's how many chlorates on this side? 3. So can I get 3 chlorates here or 2 chlorates here? No. So what can I do if I have 2 chlorates here and 3 chlorates there? Make it 6. So how do I make 3 chlorates here? Sorry, 6. Put a 3. I told you the answer. All right, how do I make 6 chlorates there? Put a 2. All right. So when I put my 2 there, how many chromiums did I make? How many chromiums do I have? Okay, so that's good. All right, so I got to pick something else to work with because that's already taken care of. All right, cruise back over here. How many calciums do you have? How many calciums are here? So how am I going to make 3? Okay. What else did you make when you put that 3 there? All right, so 3 of those C2O4s because that's got a 1 outside, right? So 3 C2O4s. How many C2O4s are there? So that's good. That was chromium, which we already checked. There's 2. There's 2. Now, we can either leave that alone. Some people like to write a 1 there. You can leave it like that or you can leave it blank. It's your call. I don't care which one you do. Questions? All right, I want to do one more that's sort of different. All right, so if we're doing this, all right, this one creates some issues sometimes because there are how many different oxygens there?
3.
There's 3. They're in 3 different compounds, okay? So which element would I start with? What do you think? I do it last because this one here is by itself. We can put whatever we need there to finish this and balance it at the end. So how many C's do I have to start with? There's 1 over here. There's 1 there. So they're good. How many H's are here? How many H's are here? So what am I going to put here? All right. This is the part that's different from anything we've done to this point. There are O's here and here. And what's right there? So we're going to add this plus this because the total on this side has to equal this side. Okay? So how many O's are in this compound? Plus how many are in this compound? So I have a total of how many over here? So there's a total of 4 on this side. So I need how many here? So how am I going to get 4? So you'd have 2 here and 2 there. So like in the last one, if you wanted to, you could write 1s there if you wanted to, or you can leave them blank. You don't have to write the 1s. Any questions about how to do that? Think you could try balancing some?
Yes.
Okay. All right, we're going to try 1 through 9. The bottom 4 are word equations. We have not talked about word equations yet. Yeah. I'm trying to think. That's just that's just somebody's crap.
I thought I heard it so much.
Okay. I was trying to decide if I needed to give that desk a piece of paper or not.
You look silly.
Oh, great. Okay.
All right, I'm giving you all 3. Put 1 on Tiffany's desk. And put 1 on Johnson's desk. All right, so we're balancing 1 through 9. See what you can do with that. And don't raise your hand immediately and say, I can't do it.
I can't do it.
Try.
I ain't working.
And I don't know what you want to do about the quiz, Sophie, but like I told Jay, if you're really ready and you want to do it today, you can come during lunch.
What is it,
It's on empirical molecular formulas and percent composition. Or I'll be here after school today till about 4:10. Because I'm not doing, okay, because I'm not doing registration today. Same for you, Jonathan. If you're just really ready and want to get the quiz over with because you know it and don't want to forget it, you can do lunch or after school today. Or, I mean, you can wait till next week, but you probably won't do as well if you wait till next week. And then we've just talked about how to do balancing is what you've missed. Okay? And we put the balancing sheet on your desk. If you get stuck, just bring it here.
are we gonna go over this?
What, the sheet? Yes, ma'am, we are. Come on in, my dear. We don't bite.
Usually.
Not most days.
Not you, right?
After 2 12-hour days, though, I have to work my brain that hard. I'm like today.
You know, sometimes I just get ready.
What's up?
So.
Oh my God, yeah. Not good. Yes. She does. Yes, she does. Okay. Okay. Yeah. See that? Yeah. See that? It's killing them. Yeah. Yesterday. Yes.
You can never do that for.
Can't remember if she was here to get that, so let me give that to you, just in case. I know she did that because I graded that. I'm thinking she's got it, but let me give it to you just in case. All right, I know she did the last 2 labs, I'm pretty sure. That's the.
I think it's fine. So that's one reason I can't. Probably so it is a different color.
So she's got a quiz on measurement, which would be an easy thing for her to make up.
I'm going to look back tomorrow and see if she's okay. Go and try me. It's not okay. And that's what today is. This paper ain't done.
Starting on balance over there?
I'm on 7, 8, and 9.
Okay, well, if you got all the way down to 7, 8, 9, that's pretty good. If you got that far, stop yelling as a dove, and keep thinking. You can think and work your way through it, so stop yelling. That means you gotta put forth a little more brain power. Chemistry is PE for your brain cells.
I think I got it.
So PE first.
That was it.
Think you can manage a ruler and bring a ruler back?
Yeah, I got you.
No, I'm just asking if I send her a ruler, can she bring a ruler back? Because that one only needs a ruler.
She's responsible when she's here.
Because this is one of the labs that requires the least amount of equipment.
Okay, so that'd be great. Especially if she doesn't end up having to stay. She'll have things to do.
We need more.
We're cousins. You would.
Should they have this somewhere? Take pictures of it. Well, they're one per day, but she's probably got a good part of it, she may not. In the grand scheme of things.
No, it don't need that. I think it's
Just on motion.
So. I got you. We can make this better. I don't know.
Remember we used to make camera.
They both got whole bunch of blood pressure.
Yeah, both got
You can take these two. This was just practice yesterday. And then that lab sheet I gave you, and there's the ruler, which you can use to
Thank you so much. And, Carolyn, you're right.
my problem wasn't doing it right.
Smart.
She's hard. So you just want to say. It's great, okay?
so that.
You're gonna break up.
Yeah. I just don't like it. I would do that. Karen says she's missing. Like, school things. She's good for the next part.
Yeah, the one day before the period, I was lost my mind. It's like all day, 10 minutes, you took 3. It's like, really? Maybe I should just go. Exactly. Teacher class, you know.
Yeah.
All right, you're welcome. All right,
Oh, I gave up.
so where are we at? Are we stuck at just 7, 8, 9?
I got 6.
You got 6.
I think I got 6.
You worried about me.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I got the same amount as you got.
7 tripped me up though.
7 tripped you up.
Yeah,
All right.
I got 9. I got 1 and 2.
You got 1 and 2.
Dang, Jay.
Oh, dang. We got 1 and 2. We got a ways to go if we got 1 and 2. All right, let me see if I can find the one that I have.
Yeah, I went here, so.
There we go, right there. You only missed a couple. You were here for the most.
I missed the first one. I give you David, your shoes on fire.
I hope you trip and fall and bust your face open.
Why would you even wish that on somebody? That's not even funny.
Well, show you.
All right,
No, I'm playing, I don't wish that.
all right. For those people who are struggling.
Jay. Hey, my sophomore got 2 shoes.
All right.
Oh.
We look at question 1. All right. So, what is? Oh yeah, that color will work. So, what number of O's do I have here? So, how did I get 2 here? Put a 2 because they distribute, right? So, if I want this O to have a 2, I have to put the 2 way out front. So, for those of you who came in late, we cannot stick 2s in the middle of the compound. Okay. So, if you want the O to have a 2, you have to put it out front, and they distribute to everything in the compound. Does that make sense? So when I put that 2 there, it's like math class, and they distribute. So the 2 goes to the MG, and the 2 goes to the O. So when I put the 2 there, I made 2 O's, but I also made 2 what? So I need to get 2 MGs over here, so I'm going to put a what? Is everybody okay with number 1? Okay. So for number 2, how many O's are here? 2. How many O's are here? 3. So if I put 2 or 3 here, I'm going to get what? So 6 O's. So how am I going to get 6 O's here? Now, when I put that there, how many FEs did I make? 4. So what am I going to put here? 4. Okay. Everybody okay with 1 and 2?
Yeah.
All right. So some of us ran off the rails at number 3. Okay. Stephanie's looking at me like, yeah. All right. So what element would you pick first? What do you think? All right. If you pick hydrogen, how many H's are here? 2. So what do you got to put here? 2. All right. How many N's did you make? 2. So how many N's are here? 2. Okay. Now, here's where people go wrong. Okay. How many O's are there? There's 4, right? Now, the part that people struggle with is they look here and they go, there's 3, there's 4. Dang. I got to fix it. You got to look at it again. How many O's are here? 3. And how many here? 1. What's that mean? 1 plus 3 is how many? 4. 4 on this side equals, how many on this side? 4 equals 4. The O's balance. Okay? So if you had 1 plus, that had a 1, and that had a 2 there, then you did it right. You did what? All right, hold on, Tomas. Let's talk about that. All right. Let me write this back up here because somebody was writing that answer down. All right, Tomas had 2, 2, and 4. Now, what's wrong with Tomas's answer?
Same thing.
You're gonna get 8 oxygen.
Anything wrong with it? How many?
No, it balanced. That's right.
How many H's are here?
4.
4.
There's 4. How many H's?
4.
Okay. How many O's are here?
2.
How many O's are here?
6.
So 2 plus 6 is what?
8.
8.
How many O's are here?
8.
How many N's?
4.
How many N's? Is it balanced?
Yeah.
Yes. The only thing that's wrong is like with our formulas. Is it in lowest terms? No. So what does Tomas need to do with his answer? He needs to reduce. Okay? This is the only thing that you get partial credit for in balancing. Okay? I will take half your points. So when you look at this, you need to look at 2, 2, and 4, and you need to do what? 1, 1, and 2. Now, you only reduce if all the coefficients can reduce by what? The same number. So that 2, and that 4 can all be reduced by what? 2. So we're going to reduce that to 1, 1, and 2. Now, if we go back just a minute to question 2, can I reduce there? No, the 4 and the 2 can be reduced, but can the 3 reduce? It's in lowest terms. Go back to number 1. You got 2 2's. Can I reduce there? No, because that 1 cannot be reduced. It's in lowest terms. Okay? Very rarely will most of you have something that can be reduced. But every now and then you'll do like Tomas and have something that's a little higher and can be. Okay? All right, number 4. All right, so if we look at number 4, we have what? What'd you pick to start with? FE. All right, how many FEs?
3.
So you put a 3. Next. All right, how many O's?
4.
And how many H's? What did you make?
3, 4, 8. 4.
4 times 2 is?
8. 8.
So how do you make 8 here?
4.
Yes. Okay. Number 5. What'd you balance first?
A, J, G, O.
I would not have picked AL because they're both ones.
Oh, my bad.
BB has nothing on it either. Nothing. Nothing.
N-O.
NO. There's how many in here?
2.
And how many over here? So if there's 3 and 2, we'd have gone to what?
6.
So we're going to put a 3 there and a 2 there. So that made how many PBs?
3.
So how are we going to get 3 here?
3.
Okay. How many aluminums?
2.
So we're going to put what here?
2.
Good. All right. Now, number 6, you've got parentheses on this side, but none on this side. So what do we need to do? Put parentheses. So I'm going to put a parentheses here and a parentheses there, right? The 3's inside, so I need to put the 3 inside. So that means there's a 1 out there. So how many are here? So what am I going to put over here? Got it. How many silvers did I make?
2.
So what am I going to put over here?
2.
Good. How many coppers do you have?
1.
How many coppers?
1.
Voila. All right. So if I'm Samaria over there, this is where I ran off the rails and quit. These got hard. All right. So you have an OH over on this side. Do you have an OH over on this side? You got to break it apart. You got to count them individually this time. Okay? So pick an element. Okay? Just got to do them separately. All right? So pick something. Okay? Probably not Rod Stark, but okay. Which one do you think I would like? I'd have gone with a CA or CL. CA I wouldn't do because it has no subscripts. Okay? I'd go ahead and do my CLs first. CL has how many?
2.
So I'm going to put that there, mainly because now I have my H's with a coefficient in front of it. Now I can do my H's. All right? Now I don't care which one you pick, your O or your CL. Take your choice. Okay? We did CL. Pick your H or your O. H, okay? How many H's are here? Okay, we got 2 here. Now we got how many here? So now we're with Jaden, and we got how many total? 4. So how do I get 4 over on this side? Got it. Now, how many O's did you make? Everybody okay with how they said 2? Okay. How many O's you got? So we balance. All right. Number 8 shouldn't be hard.
No.
You just got a bunch of polyatomic ions roaming around. So let's put in some parentheses. Do you recognize any polyatomic ions? Okay. So the 4 is inside or outside? Okay. So we're going to put a 4 on the inside. Okay. What do we know about it? What's on the outside? So what do you know about it? It's equal. It's already balanced. All right. Pick something else then that I would do. I'd do the K next. How many K's are here? So let's put a 3 on that K. K's are done. What are you left with? Yep. Those hateful little O's and H's. Okay. So those O's were covered in the polyatomic ions. So they're done. Okay. K's are done. So we got this O and H and this H. And that H2O. Which one do you want to do first? Okay. The O or the H. Pick one. Not both together. Okay. The O. Okay. How many O's you got there? How are we getting 3? Okay. I had to turn red. And change thickness. Go back. All right. So how are we getting 3 again? Put your 3 there. Okay. How many H's did you make? Okay. Now check to see if you got 6. You have got how many here?
3.
And how many here? So 3 plus 3 is?
6.
All right. Last one. It looks scary. It ain't scary. Okay. How many NAs? How many NAs? You got 1. How you getting 2?
2.
Okay. How many chlorines did you make?
2.
Okay. So how are we getting 2?
2.
How many H's did you make?
2.
How many H's you got?
2.
Okay. Now we just got to check some other stuff because we didn't make anything new. How many S's? How many S's?
3.
What? I said S, didn't I?
Yes.
Did I say something dumb? How many S's? Okay, this 3 right here is only on the what? Because there's no parentheses. So there's 1 S. Okay, now look at this. That 2 is only on the O. So how many S's? So there's 1 S and 1 S. All right, now I guess we're only down to O's. All right, so how many O's here?
3.
Okay, now how many O's do I have here? 1 plus 2 is 3. Questions? We got it or we need more practice?
Need more practice.
I had a feeling.
I don't know.
Oh, no. Jay,
I'm not.
when you go to rate, she's very good.
It's not the one, it's just balance.
Also, I'm going to tell Jay right. Honors. I just want to know how they're doing this process. 'Cause that's a weird way. I don't know because see, when I was maybe called McKinsey is in Phillips. I don't know. They should have done it by alphabetical. Like they always do. But they had 2 different people calling. So Mr. Watlington Dulles was Lloyd Dulles and Miss Kitty Dulles.
All right, everybody got it? All right, let's balance. 1 through 12.
You was talking to me. So technically.
Balance. Before I die of old age. Stop worrying about it before you're taking chemistry again.
I'll probably be a junior next year anyway. Oh my gosh.
Let's hope not.
I got a junior too. And I'm thinking after.
He's gonna retire before you get that teaching.
6, 5, 6, 7.
looks just like his dad. Yeah, when you do that face.
It's so great, we all found out about it. Anybody got a question for me? You just bring it here.
Get some water.
I think a few of you need to brush up on that on the percent composition.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing lower than that.
I'll be here this afternoon, I'll be here at lunch, I'll be here a couple days next week. If you're really, you want to do it while it's fresh, I do it today.
Wayne for construction.
Are we turning this in?
On that doghouse.
I'll be here till about 4:10.
Are we turning this in?
No, I want to go over it before we leave.
Can't hear.
What lunch period you got?
I have third, but if you have second, come see me, I'll put you in the back with the dishes.
Jake.
How are we coming? I want to go over this before we leave. What number are we on?
8.
11.
All right.
I got 7.
What number are you on, Jenny?
I got 7. I skipped around, but I got 7 done.
7 done? Okay, that's not bad.
Okay, I have a question.
Yep.
So, if you don't have, everything doesn't have, do I need to put all the parentheses?
Yep, because you don't have CL and degree on this side.
Yeah, that's
Count
what I
separate.
wrote too. It was
It
given.
distributes to the CL and the F. You have 2 CLs and 6 Fs.
They just finished my life.
No, I got six.
I go back. I go back.
They're taking forever.
That's what I'm right now.
So you can either put nothing, or you can write balance. One's in front of everybody. Any of these both. Okay? All right, let's look at a couple of them and see how you did. We may not get all of them finished. No to that. All right, I think this one's 2. Let's see if I picked right. What's the first equation? Is it SN?
Yeah.
Hot dog. Every now and then I guess right. All right, so if we look at the first one. All right, you had 4 chlorines, 2 chlorines, so you said 2?
Yeah.
And then you said made 2 magnesium, so you put a 2? Good. Here you said you had 3 and 2, so you put a 2 there to make 6. 3 there to make 6, and then you said 3 and 2. All right, here you had some polyatomic ions. Maybe you put some parentheses there just to make it easier. And you said, oh, they're balanced. Got 2 H's and 2 NA's. So the H's are good. So you said, I just need a 2 there. Okay. And then you got to this one and you have some parentheses again. So you put in parentheses here and you put in parentheses here. And you said, I have 4 phosphates. So I'm going to put a 4 there. And that made 12 sodiums. So you're going to put a 6 there. 6 chromates. So you're going to put a 3 there. 3 leads, 3 leads. Okay? This one is balanced. You can either write balanced down to the side. You can leave it like that. You can write all 1s. Doesn't make any difference to me which one you pick. They're all the same. Okay? This one, you have 1 chlorine, 1 chlorine, 1 potassium, 1 potassium. The only thing that doesn't balance is your O's, right? So you're going to put a 2 to make 6 and a 3 to make 6. 2 K's. Whoops. 2 K's. Any issues with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Everything look good there? Okay? Next page, you got some polyatomic ions going on again. So I'm going to put parentheses around this one here. So from there, what do you think you ought to balance first? Which one you like? What? The MnO4? All right, so how many you got there? How many MnO4s?
7.
How many here? So we're going to put a 7. How many coppers did I make?
7.
Can I get a 7? I'm going to erase. Pick something else. All right, how many MNs are here? How many are there? So I'm going to put what here? All right, how many? These are called permanganates. How many permanganates did I make here? 14. How do I get 14 permanganates?
14.
Okay. How many coppers did I make?
14.
How do I get 14 coppers? All right. So that's how many of those doodads? 7 carbonates. How many carbonates are here?
7.
How many manganeses? And how many manganeses? Okay. This one. How many? I don't know. What do you want to start with? Chlorine. All right. How many chlorines? 3. How many chlorines?
2.
So how do I get 6?
2.
Okay. So that made 2 nickels. We got 2 nickels, so we're good there. How many strontiums?
3.
So I'm going to put what here?
3.
Okay. How many oxygens do we make? And how many oxygens? Okay. You got the hang of it? All right. Now, if you did not finish that one, finish that one, and just for good measure, because I'm a never-ending font for balancing. Now, the back side of this is word equations. We can't do the math in the next unit if you can't balance. Okay? We're going to do word equations tomorrow and types. You will have a balancing quiz tomorrow. Already. Good Lord.
Shoot me.
I like you just fine, Jake, except when you're arguing with Xavier. All right? You're balancing 1 through 13 only on this side, and you're finishing what you didn't finish on that last one. Everybody got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Need some? Oh.
I don't want that.
Hey, Reese. Are you gonna